I wanted to tell you a funny story about something that happened. It involved a bunch of flour, some yeast, a morning, and an unexpected journey. That unexpected journey was that I was going to make bread. Many years ago, I received a bread making machine as a gift, and I wanted to make some bread. So I started making some bread. Easy peasy. That was all I was going to do. Then my mind did this thing of, hey, you know what? I could try this out. And it all started because I found something unexpected. In the refrigerator, I found some yeast that was old, was very old. I was going to throw it away. That was the first reaction that I had of, oh, this is really old. This is so far beyond the expiration date. Oh. But the unexpected thing that happened was, what if it's not? So I took a little bit of the yeast. I tested it in the way that you do with put a little bit of yeast and a little bit of warm water, stuck it in the oven that was turned off, and just wanted to see if the yeast began to bubble. Lo and behold, it did. Well, unexpectedly, I was on a completely different path. Rather than just making one thing in the kitchen and then heading off to do all the other things that I had actually planned to do for the day, suddenly I found myself digging out this old wheat flour that I had in the back of my cupboard. And then I began to actually make bread from scratch with yeast, which I haven't done in years. And somehow, in the midst of all of that, I remembered that there was some old chicken in the back of the freezer. So I reached in and I pulled out this old chicken. Then, before I knew it, I had remembered an old box of matzo ball mix that I had in the back of my pantry. Suddenly, here I am on this whole new pathway into this entirely new landscape for my day. Nothing that I had planned came to fruition. Well, just the white bread that I'd been making. The first loaves of bread that I had planned to make, that actually got finished. But everything else during the day, the matzo ball soup, the preparations for miso soup, the chicken, the wheat bread, planning out recipes. Suddenly, 7 hours later, I'm kneading wheat dough, wonder how this happened. That seems to be something that happens to human beings a lot. This unexpected twist of not fate, but of events that suddenly rise up in our lives. And when those events rise up in our lives, we can be faced with these potentials, the potential response of frustration and anger. Because, yeah, I had some stuff planned. I kind of wanted to be mad. I wanted to be really mad because I had stuff to do. And here I am in the middle of this kitchen that had spectacularly exploded with all kinds of culinary creations, all of which took at least 2 hours to complete. So I could be really frustrated and I could just hang on to those. And I could let that frustration really form me. Or I could be a little bit curious. So I was a little curious. It took work. I am not going to lie. I wanted to be frustrated. I wanted to be mad. I wanted to hang on to that anger. I wanted to just be pissed. But what would that have gotten me? And how would that have served me? So each time I noticed that I was really frustrated, I just let it be there. I didn't try to change it because we can't control our emotions. And whenever we try as human beings to control our emotions, I'm convinced of it, end up looking at us, cocking an eyebrow, and basically giving us the middle finger and telling us, you're not the boss of me. Nanny, nanny, boo boo. So I just noticed when I was frustrated. I noticed when I was bad. The soup is fantastic. The matzo balls, awesome. The wheat flour, the wheat bread is actually rising. Who knew? And the first couple of loaves of bread, they turned out very nicely. So all in all, it didn't really turn out that bad. Unexpected roads that kind of pick us up and take us halfway down this road that we didn't even expect to be on, they may be annoying, but sometimes there can be some nourishment there. So that was my adventurous story, and I really just wanted to share it with you. I'm Catherine Gabriel-Jones. I'm an encouragement coach, and I'm really grateful for your presence here with me today, because we all need to have that feeling that somebody believes in us. And I believe in you. And I'm glad that I can share these moments with you. Take care.